This is Samuel, and I'll be a product manager in this demo. John, the engineer, has just sent me an API he wanted me to test out. So let's go on Slack and click it and see what happens. So I see here that a modal pops up, so I'm going to hit use template. And I see the recipes here that he's created for this endpoint. So what happens if I hit use? So right now I'm seeing all these parameters basically generate in real time, and I can see the fields that he used to basically create the request. And I'm noticing something really cool here is that I didn't have to do any authentication or setup to get this API to run. It just basically happens magically. Now, if I want to do a live request, I will have to enter in an API key. But it's also really easy to just test out a bunch of APIs at once. I'm going to test out a different recipe here, and notice I just hit a button, and it's just immediately generating a response on the right.
Hey, I'm John, and let's dive into how I sent Samuel that recipe that I created. So this is our homepage, and this is the desktop app that I'm using. And like most backend systems, you should have a schema that you can just import into RecipeUI. Here I'm going to select two APIs, configure the authorization, add in some docs, and finally select the team that I want to add the APIs to. So I hit submit here, and now at this team page I have an API that I could click into. And this is how the page initially looks like, telling me to figure out auth. I've already saved some time for you. And then the cool part here was filling in the parameters manually. You can see that there's drop downs, there's text fields, there's an array of components. And this is what you saw Samuel getting, and this is how I did it manually for him to get that user experience. Temperature here is an interesting one because it has a min and max. We can do a range. Finally, I'm going to hit send, and yeah, the output is smart. It can stream output. It can render code blocks if it sees any, and then it has all the traditional stuff that a code editor has, such as generating code. And don't worry, that API key is safe. Finally, I made that API request, and now I'm just going to save it so that Samuel can use it. And save it here, and yeah, that's how he got it.